Hi, everybody. Welcome to our D&D game Dice Camera Action. Nate is letting out his inner seal.
We've all been there, let's be real.
It's true.
As always.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
All right. Previously in Dice Camera Action, the characters fought their way out of Barovia, only to find themselves hurled against giants in the frigid north. Then borne by airship to the jungles of Chult, where they battled all kinds of beasties to end the death curse plaguing the world. And then they set sail for home, landing in Waterdeep amidst a maelstrom of political intrigue and other nastiness, only to settle down in the Waffle House, a mansion owned by Magnus Burnsides in the North Ward of the city. They've had many visitors, they've had many travails. Most recently, Paulton was reunited with the Ring of Winter, which he managed to get rid of recently, giving it to Alessandra Rayburton, Miranda Moonwhisper, and the ice construct Gwyneth. Now it is time for a well-deserved vacation. The Waffle crew finds themselves greeted by a particularly warm early summer day. The sun is blazing down upon the roof of the Waffle House. People are out in the street, fanning themselves, looking for water, staying in the shade to stay warm. And the idea of running off to the beach is a potentially welcome one.
I'll assume this was Evelyn's idea.
Any opportunity to bask in the warmth of Lathander.
I think it was probably like someone was complaining about never getting a break, or like someone was in the dark and Evelyn got the idea that someone needed sunshine, like real sunshine, and now she's bouncing around the house collecting beach toys in whatever bathing costume Evelyn has, and she's like already ready to go to the beach. She didn't even ask anyone if they wanted to go to the beach. She just started like packing the van for the beach trip, basically.
So what is Evelyn's beach costume?
I mean, Holly, what is a fantasy / medieval bathing costume?
I mean, I don't know. People just got in the water in their clothes, so that doesn't help. I would say, I mean, she could just wear the dress that she wears, but she wouldn't probably do that. I just say go with like fantasy modern, do what you want. This is fantasy. Have fun.
You know, like those old school, like with a skirt little bathing costumes? It's like a little tiny dress.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't recommend chainmail bikinis. They get awfully
No, that's rust.
I think you don't understand the purpose at all.
So like Evelyn is just like getting ready. Has it officially been announced to everybody else, or?
Yeah, but she didn't like, family, we're going on a beach trip. She just has been buzzing around the house like, oh yeah, Paulton, will you hand me that for the beach trip? Awesome, we're leaving in 5 minutes. Strix, do you have your bathing suit on yet?
Strix
Mine
hasn't-
looks like this. Go get your bathing suit.
Strix hasn't left her room.
Paulton's gonna run up to.
Decide whether I'm bringing my battle axe or not.
Paulton's gonna go to Dieth's room and just like violently kick the door open. Like holding towels and just like shorts with no shirt. He's just like, Dieth! Beach episode! It's time! And he runs out.
Dieth is in his full usual outfit. All of his equipment is ready and traveling supplies. He's like, yeah, I'm about ready.
There is that chest. There is that chest of yours, DF, by the way, sitting in a corner.
5 minutes, huh?
5 minutes. If you have anything important to do that you'd like to do before we leave, might be a good time for a solo time. I don't know.
What are the kids doing when they find out about beach trip?
The kids are. Nat is like, what is a beach?
We can't just not take them, right?
No, the kids are all coming. Squidly, Nat, help help Squidly and Jenks get dressed.
I feel like Jenks is already ready. Jenks is probably lived for this beach day.
Nat is still like,
And
what is a beach?
I feel like he's got like a striped old timey one piece bathing suit on, like
When-
like
when
and a
Squidly,
big hat with a flower on it.
I like to imagine when Squidly's name is called, his head pokes up out of a pile of garbage he was hiding in Strix's room, just like, Mom, where are we going?
Oh my God! Strick's like, ah!
What's a beach?
What are you doing in here?
Sleeping?
Oh God!
So,
I'm not going to the beach. Get out of my room.
so
Evelyn
when
takes Simon's hand and she's like, now remember, Simon, none of the kids are allowed to swim without you as their buddy. You have to teach them how to swim or let us know if they're drowning.
okay,
You're the best swimmer. Do
really?
you know how to swim without breathing underwater?
Yes, maybe. I don't know. Let's.
Did you ever swim when you had to breathe before?
No.
Oh. Well, maybe you should practice that a little bit too.
Okay.
You can't breathe water, in case you were wondering.
Yeah, I knew that.
Okay, just checking.
So, when last we saw the kids, they had gotten some gifts. Jenks, you have a golden wand that can turn
That's
things
right.
into other things. And Squidly has a pet monkey who can steal gold. And Nat has a small little talisman, very similar to Dieth's, a little crystal pendant that lets her hear.
Question. How long ago were these gifts given?
Oh, about a week.
Does said monkey probably need to be fed?
If Monkey needs to be fed, Monkey hasn't given any indication. Lucy seems to be able to fend for herself.
Okay, I was just going to say, Squidly has definitely not fed that monkey.
Okay, she's not looking any more emaciated than she was when Squidly got her.
Cool. Well, that's way to teach him responsibility.
Also, is Waffles coming to the beach? I feel like Waffles could carry our beach umbrellas.
I think that Evelyn has been packing Waffles like the van. So like,
Like the van?
yeah, like saddlebags, and there's like an umbrella sticking out of one, and some of the weapons are sticking out of another, and she put like little blue zinc oxide on her beak.
Oh my God. Oh my God. And Waffles is like outside, like hooting, like hoo hoo, like the honk of the car, waiting to go. Strix still isn't out of her room. She kicked Squidly out.
I like to think Waffles is like excited too, so she's like tump, 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 with her feet, like
Oh,
Tippy
yeah.
tapping.
yeah.
Yeah.
Alton's like walking out of the door and he's like dragging a giant, like heavy Santa present sack. He's like behind him. Just like, all right, I packed the essentials. Really heavy.
Here.
Could you help?
What's in there?
The essentials.
Well, I already packed the essentials, so what more could you have packed?
I hate this vacation.
I have specific needs that are very unique to everyone, and therefore I packed my own bag.
Okay.
Keep dragging it. It's just like clanking.
So, Paulton, you can see there's no room for your giant bag on Waffles because Evelyn has optimized and maximized all the available fur space, but your mule, Lance, and a small cart are parked under the awning should you wish to use that.
We still have Lance.
He's not dead?
I thought that Lance.
I've been feeding him. You just hear from upstairs. I figure Strix takes care of all the animals and feeds all of them.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And no one even knows. It's like how no one knows that the Chickenfoot Coven has been there the whole time.
Right.
Cool. That works.
And you can leave the coven, by the way, to sort of maintain the store if you want.
Yeah, I will, and I'll give them specific instruction. I haven't left my room yet. What am I talking about? Oh, Strix has given them those instructions, but she hasn't left yet. She's still like deciding what she wants to take off. Like she's like putting her cloak off and then putting her cloak back on and then like putting it back off and then looking at like, because she got the Staff of Power last time.
Yes, she
And
does.
she's like afraid of that. she like decided that it was scary. Like she doesn't
It is
feel
scary.
comfortable with it. So it's just in a corner with the robe on the bottom and she's just been looking at it. because it's scary, and it was from a scary man.
Is did last we left? Did Warrington go anywhere? Or is he
He's
still
here.
around?
Yeah, last you saw him, he was upstairs in his attic room.
Oh, please let him wear.
We're leaving in 5 minutes.
Let's not tell Warren.
Need help packing this, buddy. Bring it on down.
No.
Use your big hippo strength. Can't get in the cart.
Maybe he doesn't even want to be in the water, you know? Just because he's a gift doesn't automatically mean he likes water. You know, I'm not going to stereotype.
Yep.
Jeff.
When people call out to Warrington, he doesn't respond. But last you saw him, he was up in his room.
Oh, God, I don't want to deal with that.
Who's gonna go get Warrington? I'll go get him.
No, I need you to help me put this in the cart.
Me?
Yes, you. You are much stronger than me. You're strong.
I am strong. Okay, I'll finish packing. Will you go get Warrington? Make sure he knows we're leaving in 5 minutes.
Sure thing. I will head up to.
Okay, his door is closed.
So I go up to it and I knock. I don't even knock. I just like lightly tap. Just like. Okay, I let you know. Bye.
No response.
All right. Well, I tried.
Evelyn's doing that thing where, like, the overzealous parent is, like, taking packing and preparing way too seriously. Like, she's making sure everything fits for optimizing all the space. And she's brought, like, multiple different kinds of snacks from the kitchen and, like, a tent. You know, like, things that you definitely don't need, but just in case. She's, like, really taking this seriously.
Yeah, there are some folding chairs that you found in the tavern. You could have those too, and you could even like make sure that little names are put on them so everybody knows which chair is theirs.
Oh yeah, and everyone has like a sandwich bag with a little PB&J pie in it that says their name.
Oh my God.
And there's like some apple slices. Yeah.
I'm going to imagine that we pre-planned for this. We're leaving at 9 a.m. and right now it's 10:30 a.m. and we're still trying to get to the vehicle.
Absolutely. And that's why Evelyn keeps yelling 5 minutes, but she's been yelling 5 minutes for like an hour.
Yeah, Evelyn's that mom to be like, we gotta go, come on. There's not gonna be any parking.
Not gonna be any parking for the owl bear. Strix will finally leave her room and she's just put her hair up into like a giant like poofy ponytail. Just like at the top of her head, and just has her under robe on, just like a little linen dress, but and still a belt. And she's turned her staff into a fishing pole, and she's just like, I think I'm ready. Is this what water is for?
Yeah, we can do fishing. Ooh, Warrington, we can do gun practice. Pack all the guns.
Oh, nope.
Paulton like stomps out on Strahd von Cherevich. He just. There's room for this, right?
Let's get
We're gonna
no.
throw this on top. I think we can throw it on top. I'm gonna stomp over to the carriage.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to rethink my whole packing strategy, but yeah, come on.
No, it's fine. It'll work.
So Lance's shitty little cart is really kind of small, and it's just got this big bag of stuff in it, and now you've got Cherevich just kind of planted on top of this big sack.
Can we go now? I want this to be over as soon as possible.
Anyone got rope? I just need to tie this off really quick, and then I'll only have like 5 more things to bring, and then I'm good.
Okay, we need to go. No one is left in the house in 5 minutes. I'm setting an alarm, and then Waffles is leaving. With or without you.
Are you taking Handrew?
Absolutely. I
Okay,
am.
great. He'll climb up on the cart with the bag and Strahd von Cherevich.
Cool.
Are you leaving Albie with the Chickenfoot Coven?
Yeah, Albie will help them.
Okay.
Diaz, are you done with whatever you're doing alone in your room?
Strix, you see Albie just sort of floating through one of the dirty windows on the ground floor, just sort of staring longingly.
Oh no! Like you're leaving a dog at home. Oh God! Oh no! Now I have to take him. I'll go back in and get him. God, I can't. All right, let's go. Okay, everyone scratch. Be like, okay, don't go out of our sight.
Well, at this rate, we're gonna have an awesome time at the beach, and everyone else at the beach is going to have a terrible time.
So something.
Bring Albie's leash. I don't think this is an off-leash area.
Okay. So I'll get Albie's. Apparently, Albie probably has some pigeon pants, like a little like diaper, and a little leash. So he just floats like a balloon next to me.
Okay. I'm just looking at him and trying to figure out how the hell he would attach pants to this
I don't
thing.
know. I don't even know if they poop. That's
Yeah,
a question.
they do.
Okay.
This is like a bag.
Confirmed.
Just like tie a leash
Lore
around,
fans.
Yeah.
just tie it around like one eye stalk.
Okay.
Pull by that.
We got some serious important D&D lore here is that gazers or whatever they are poop.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so everybody, including the kids, are running around outside. Albert is all loaded, ready to go. Lance and the cart is packed full to the brim.
With only Paulton stuff. by
With
the
only
way.
Paulton stuff, yes, yes. Albie is floating nearby on his little harness leash, and no sign of Warrington. He's still in there somewhere, as far as you know.
Oh God. Do you want me to go look in the window? I'll go look in the window. I'll get on my broom and go.
I told him we're leaving. So maybe he just doesn't want to come. Also, side note, can someone also drive Lance to the beach? I have already had a few and should not.
Yes, I'll drive. Yes.
Thank you.
Also,
Fantastic.
I don't know if we all have room on waffles, and I've been waiting for just the right moment. Gather around. Now, she's been on vacation for a long time, but I've been wanting very much to introduce you to someone, especially Simon. Simon, do you know how to ride a horse?
No.
Are you sure? You've been alive for like 80 years.
I've been like a puppet for most of that time.
Simon, I definitely took you on a horse at least once.
Okay, well, I'll show you really quick because you're in charge of making sure none of the kids. Never mind. Nat, do you know how to ride a horse? Nat's like, I think so. I'm like, okay, good enough. Nat, you're in charge of making sure none of the kids get hurt. Are you ready? I'm going to introduce you to someone. And Evelyn does the like, Morning Glory, I choose you.
All right.
Dad! And Strick's like shielding her eyes
Yes.
from the sun.
Like shakes some like magical dust out of her mane. You can tell she's like gallivanting somewhere magical in a different plane. And she's like looking refreshed, and Evelyn goes and whispers something to her. It's clear they haven't seen each other in a while, but that like, you know, they've been fixing their relationship. They're on good terms. And Evelyn introduces Nat to Morning Glory, and Nat is like, yes. Nat climbs up and looks very important on Morning Glory and motions that the other kids can climb on behind her.
Squidly tries to just hold on to the tail and swing on it.
Morning Glory like keeps just batting her like, you know, like a fly. Like
It's great.
also Evelyn has just told Morning Glory where to go because Morning Glory is completely capable of steering herself. She doesn't need to be actually ridden by, you know, or guided. So Nat can think that she's doing a really good job, but actually Morning Glory is just taking care of the kids.
Great.
I think Dieth will see Nat up on Morning Glory and just kind of give her a nod and just be like, you're natural at this.
This is my mount for battle.
You got this.
Thank you. And also Evelyn is just assigned babysitting duty to Morning Glory because she realized that all of the kids were not going to be taken care of at all.
Yeah.
Strix will fly up and check in the turret window to see if
Okay. So he's not in the turret. He's in what's called the attic, what used to be the attic storage room in the garrets. And so there are several windows that you can peek through. You can see 3 of them are curtained off, but the 4th one's kind of big and doesn't actually have curtains. And when you peer through that, you can see that he is in there. And he is, make a perception check.
Oh God. I was just checking to make sure that he was asleep so he wouldn't have to deal with him.
He's not
That's
asleep.
18.
Okay. You can see that he is drawing with charcoal on the wooden floor.
Oh, that's weird.
And you can see the floor is absolutely covered with scrawls, as are the
no.
as are some of the walls and furnishings. You can also see that
What
he
the
has
fuck?
what looks like several projects in the works, little gizmos and contraptions.
What?
Here, there, and everywhere.
Strix is gonna knock on the window.
He finally takes notice of you and just sort of waves at you with a big hippo hand and then goes back to work.
And I just motion like the drawing, like, and I start saying like it's least, but I don't think he knows what that is.
He sort of stands up and dusts off his kneecaps and then looks down at the floor and says, "Oh, sorry!" through the window. And you can see that what he has drawn on the floor looks to you like a map.
Does it look familiar to me, or was it?
No, and it looks kind of weird. It's not like a map of, say, a city or a map of a building. It looks like a map of a series of interconnected chambers with tunnels linking them all together in a strange Gygaxian, not that you know that word, configuration.
Okay. So it looks like a Steve Ditko drawing from like Doctor Strange. With all
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So I'm just looking at that going, okay.
And it
Warrington's
strikes you
gone
as
barmy.
it strikes
That's
you as
fine.
rather out of character for the proper GIF Commodore.
Right. Well, Strix is like, we'll talk about this later. Do you want to go to the beach?
The beach, you say?
Yes, the beach.
Yes, I shall put on my finest whites. I shall meet you downstairs.
Okay, we're leaving in 5 minutes. Please don't summon anything.
Oh shit! And he turns and goes to get his best uniform.
Oh, okay. I don't know what you do at the beach in your best uniform, but that's fine.
5 minutes later, he comes downstairs and he's wearing his pristine white uniform with the medals gleaming on his chest.
I don't. Strix will just land next to everyone and say, so Warrington is making maps of something, and it looks like he's gone barmy in the tower. So let's just be extra nice to him, even though he's now appeared in his full regalia.
Fine, we're leaving in 5 minutes.
He's already here. We're leaving right now. Strix just starts walking down the street.
Starting to think you're not really sure how long 5 minutes is.
All right. Now, you know, those of you who have lived in Waterdeep almost your entire lives, that the city itself slopes down toward the dock ward, and there's the wharf, but there's no beach in the city proper. There's also no beach out toward the sea because it's all cliffs or mud flats. There's a small beach east of the city, but it's a little rocky and pebbly and not very comfortable. The best place to hang out on a beach in Waterdeep is this island that hedges in a large part of the harbor south of the city. It's called Deepwater Isle. There is a wall, the extension of the city wall that closes off the harbor dominates it, but there are beautiful beaches on the inside crescent of the island. Now, to get to the island, one has to secure a small boat at the docks and take it across to the docks or to the beach on the island. So when you get to the dock ward, the first thing you're going to have to look for is a ship big enough to carry you all.
The island's nice, but that's where everyone goes. Do we want to deal with that kind of crowd?
I'm not going to that pebbly beach again, Diaz. I'm getting some relaxation, and the kids want to play in the
fish
sand.
just from fine from a rocky beach.
The kids don't want to fish. They want to swim and play in the sun and build sand owlbears.
I bet Nat
Yeah.
was fish.
Nat's like, yes, fishing.
All right.
Also, as a side note, Nat has not been wearing that crystal constantly. She's experimenting with it in certain situations, but she's expressed that she doesn't feel like she needs it all the time. She feels perfectly comfortable talking to everyone she needs to talk to, but she's just been like experimenting with it now and then, and you can tell it's kind of a very difficult transition for someone who has never been hearing before. It's a little bit scary, and she doesn't really have anyone that she trusts to talk to about it. And she doesn't want to seem weak. So you've noticed, especially Dia, that she has only played with it a couple times.
Yeah. Diaz will say, "All right, hold on, everyone. I'll get it." And then Diaz will go off and acquire whatever passage they need, since he usually has the money on him and probably has the most general knowledge of Waterdeep logistics.
Yeah, so you can leave the Lance's cart here. You might want to leave Lance here too.
Yeah, probably.
But you can load everything into 2 rented rowboats. And you can rent them for the whole day for like a total of a silver piece.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, we could probably just, I imagine the Coven has made enough profit to at least cover that.
Oh, yeah.
Is Morning Glory a Pegasus? Does it have wings or can it fly? I don't remember.
No.
No.
Morning Glory had wings in the like godly realm.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
But Evelyn doesn't remember that. She just thinks
Right.
that was like a fantasy she had.
Okay. Never mind.
So once Morning Glory bears the children safely to the docks, I assume you're going to dispel her for the time being?
No, she wants to come to the beach.
She's going to get in a rowboat?
She will meet us over there.
I guess she doesn't breathe.
Okay. So you're leaving her behind, knowing that you can summon her again on the other side.
Can she swim?
She could also swim, yes.
She's going to swim.
Okay.
Not with the children on her back, but
No.
No.
The children are going to be on the rowboat, but she's going to swim along. She
Okay.
whinnies with excitement because she loves swimming.
Great. So the
Also,
horse.
Jenks is spending time turning things into other things with his wand.
Doink, doink.
Yeah.
Now he knows that the wand has 9 charges, and then he recharges them at midnight.
Right, right.
Is he using up all the charges?
Yeah, he just used them up all. He's still learning, so he just used them up all at once, and he's like, "Oh,
Roll a d20.
okay." He's really disappointed.
it's like when you get like a snack or a new toy, you just don't know when to stop.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I got a 10.
Okay. Yeah. So he does he want to turn anything specific into anything else specific, like something useful that he can use? Now the transformations only last for 1 minute.
Right. Yeah. I think he's just doing it to like annoy Squidly, just like turning things into fake guns or something. Not annoy him, but like encourage him because he likes watching him annoy the crew. So he's just made like 10 guns or 5 guns or whatever, like fake guns, like squirt guns.
Yep.
Yeah. So when
I
Squidly's
found all these guns.
no.
And then they turn back into like rat droppings.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So Evelyn, as Morning Glory bounds off the dock into the water and begins swimming away across to the island, it is around this time that you take notice of a familiar sight, and that is the galleon Eyecatcher in the middle of the harbor, anchored. You were there recently. Not much has changed about the ship, other than you can see what appears to be a small little jetty going from the ship to the shore with some of the crew members on it. They're too far away for you to see who they are, but the ship is very colorful, and you remember it well.
This reminds me that we've just been so busy with other, things that I didn't mention something about that boat. Dia? I spent some time the other day on that boat over there, and it turned out,
The eye catcher?
yeah,
I didn't see it.
yeah, it's fine.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I ended up under the boat, as one does, in the water. And I noticed that it had another part to the vessel underneath, like an underwater boat, with a viewing panel, and I saw Drow in there. It looked like a secret hidden boat under the boat.
A boat under the boat?
Mm-hmm. I forgot about it till now because I thought maybe that was just some kind of boat thing that I didn't know about. I'm more of a land girl, horses and things.
Did it look like it had any kind of crab claws or anything at the front of it?
No crab claws. More like wingy things, I think.
Huh. Well, that's
Right?
bizarre.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I think-
It looked like it was made of metal, but shaped like a manta ray.
Huh. Well, I don't know.
I don't know if it's important or not, but
Yeah, I'm not really sure what to make of that either, but it's good to know. Thanks, Eolin.
yeah.
Good.
I mean, I was, you know.
Way to keep an
very-
eye out for the city. It's good.
So it would be easier to load Waffles onto the rowboat if you sort of took all the stuff off her and put the stuff all in one rowboat and then got her on the second one.
Yeah, this is one of those math problems or logic problems.
Yes.
Where it's like you have 3 things, only one boat to get back and forth, and if 2 things are in the boat at the same time, the boat sinks.
Yep.
We flawlessly figured that
Yeah.
problem.
She sort of, when she's loaded down, she sort of reaches for the boat. There's a trepidation that she doesn't want to. She's afraid she might fall in. And
I can polymorph her if that makes it easier on her.
sure, that will
Or
cause
do my
that would cause all the stuff on her to just fall off, of course.
Oh no, I can turn her into a cloud. I think the stuff comes with her.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Maybe-
Okay, so if I turn her into a cloud, she can go into the jar
Yep.
that I have for her.
Into the jar she goes with all your stuff.
Yeah. And so I'll just hold her on our way over.
Okay. So you're taking one boat or 2? You can technically crowd into one, but 2 might be easier.
We'll take 2.
Okay.
The kids want their own boat.
Okay.
And Strix is probably rowing that boat with the kids, just like looking she wants to die.
They like named it like kids boat, kids boat, kids boat.
Mom's driving.
No!
Yay!
Who's rowing the other boat?
Dieth, probably.
Okay. So Dieth and Strix, who's going to get to the island first?
Definitely Strix.
Okay. So much for that. All right.
Why? Oh, she's stronger.
Just, yeah.
All
And by the
right.
time they both get there, Dieth is oddly very winded.
As Diet's rowing the boat, like Paulton's just kind of with one knee up at the front of it, just
Uh-huh.
like
Oh my
the
God.
direction we're going in.
Nice.
It's like, it's Captain Paulton now.
Oh, God.
As you're wondering.
Warrington
Yes.
Munt will sit at the back of the boat.
So like,
So
Laid it
Paulton,
up.
you're kind of hoisted up a bit.
Dev, keep on rowing. You're doing a fantastic job. You're a good first mate.
Alden's sounding more coherent.
When Strix docks, she's just like, get off the boat, get off. The kids get off.
Yes, they pile off and immediately run onto the beach.
All right, I'll open Waffles and put her on the beach.
All right. You can see that there are scattered groups of people who have already claimed certain parts of the beach, but there's plenty of space for a retinue such as yourself. And obviously, when you arrive, you do attract some attention from some of the other folks on the beach. They tilt up their hats and stare.
Hello.
Just wave.
Fabulous day for a beach visit, isn't it? What a nice day.
Some of them wave back.
Dieth is self-conscious and is just like trying to not make eye contact with him, like looks down where he's walking a little bit, while Evelyn is just like waving at everyone.
Evelyn's
Am
like
I-
fluffing out like blankets that she brought for everyone to sit on and like arranging them and sticking the umbrella in the ground so it shades a couple of like a little beeps.
I'm famous here as well, right? In the right vicinity.
You don't see any of your adoring fans that you recognize from like various taverns you've been at, but Waterdeep's a big city. No doubt your reputation precedes you.
He just kind of comes in. He's just like, anyone?
I'm wearing just a swimsuit. Anyone?
He like kind of does the hands on the hip.
It's like posing for the
Captain.
paparazzi that's not there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, Dev, you must fix this immediately. You're a great first mate.
I feel like Strix is immediately looking around. Like she has her fishing pole, but she's just like walking along. She probably takes her shoes off and just puts her feet in the water, and she's just trying to find things and look for shells and weird little baubles and things on the beach. So that's just what she's spending her time doing, just walking up and down the beach, trying to find weird things and collect them.
Okay. As you do find some little shells and things on the beach, but nothing grand, nothing that really sort of sparks your imaginations. You just and some of them are broken, of course, and you kind of tuck those away somewhere. But
I keep them as a memory.
yes, as you're looking, you are somewhat surprised that popping up out of the water very close to you is a small little blue-skinned child. Not human, because this child has fins on its head and on its fingers, and it holds out a beautiful pearlescent shell for you.
Oh, that's really pretty. I don't go near it. I'll reach. I probably have one of my pies. Like, I've packed some snacks with me.
Uh-huh.
I think I still have them from the battle too, and I'll just be like, "You want a snack?" And I'll throw it a pie.
It sort of lands in the water. Plop.
It's a good snack. I don't want your shiny. I don't want that. I don't trust random objects from strangers in the water, even if you are a child.
It will toss you back the shell, and it just lands in the sand. Then it disappears under the water.
All right. I look at it and I'm like, well,
It's
I guess.
sort of a pink and silver color.
Oh, I don't want to. I just like look around like to see if no one sees me, and then I'm just like, and pick it up.
Okay. It's beautiful.
Happen.
No.
Can I listen to it?
Yeah. You hear the sea.
Also, you're in the sea.
I'm still like really scared, and I'm like holding it, just like smell it.
It smells like it's been in the ocean.
Is my pie gone?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, that's good. I'll walk back to the group and be like, a stranger child with fins on their head gave me a shell.
Oh, that's probably fine and just a nice gift to go with our beautiful vacation day.
Paulton, a shadow falls over you, and a young man and a young woman come over to you and say, excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you, but are you Paulton Seppa?
You're just in time to help unpack the boat. Yes.
Oh my God.
So if you look here, we have a large bag to be dragged off.
Oh, yeah, we can help you, but actually we didn't want to bother you. We just wanted to get your autograph.
Oh, why didn't you just say so? Then who has a pen?
All right. Yeah, so they will... they don't have one. They're just dressed in beachwear.
Okay.
I pushed the wrong button. Strix has one. Strix will run up
Okay.
and see it and turn her staff into a pen and be like, here you go. Sorry.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
my assistant.
Yes.
She's very good.
And they don't have any
very
papers,
good.
so they ask if you would sign body parts.
Paulton immediately asks their ages first.
Okay. Yeah, she is 20 and he is 18.
Paulton like goes to sign, and he's like, "All right, this hand's up here. His hand is it's all above the line. Good. Everyone's watching, right?" I'm just like, "Do you?"
I'm watching and I'm very uncomfortable.
And this is being done with consent.
They're both very excited.
Okay, great. I'm just like, okay, thank you.
And then they run off, thank you profusely, and go back to their friends.
Can I have my staff back? Because I feel like it's been horrendously defiled.
Can I try and unload the big bag by putting it onto Strad von Cherevich?
Okay,
Just walk off the boat.
sure.
Cool. Just orchestrating this thing. Like, all
Yeah.
right, bring it back slowly.
All right.
Slowly.
Beep, beep, beep. No.
Yeah,
All right, yeah,
no more.
okay. It brings it to you. You can see Strad von Cherevich's legs kind of sink into the sand a bit, making it a little bit hard for it to move, but it manages.
It's okay. I'll just like kind of roll the bag off next to it, and
Yep.
then just like kind of hop in, like a legs over the side thing, and then just reach into the bag. and anyone who's around sees that the bag is just like 50 bottles of wine.
I knew that.
And Paulton just starts chugging.
All right. That's basically the sum total of what was left in that ship's cargo hold is now on the beach.
It's gonna be a good beach day.
When you hand Strix back her feather pen, she's going to turn it back into a fishing pole and find Dieth and be like, here, you can fish if you want.
So Dieth basically took one of the blankets that Evelyn had laid out, sat down on it. You can see his backpack is nearby, kind of flipped open, and you just see Dieth with numerous parchments around him as he's been like writing on stuff, and it looks like he's like deep in thought. And as you like walk by and see the parchments, you can see it's like basically him strategizing and coming up with elaborate plans. Like some papers are notes on the castle lanterns, like this whole
Oh my god. Strix is going to use prestidigitation to pile them all up and put them back into the backpack suddenly while he's working on them.
And he's going to be like, I had those organized.
And she's like, holds out the fishing pole staff and says, you're going fishing.
I will fish when I'm done. I was working on that, and I can't let it be interrupted.
You can't.
Look, if you work on vacation day, you're gonna mess with my vibe, and I can't allow that. As captain of this ship, I give you the order. First mate, take the day off. You've earned it.
Look, I'm outside on the beach. This is nice. This is a nice change of pace. This is very, very relaxing, and it'll help me focus on trying to get all of this figured out.
Evelyn
It might help you.
yells, look, I made a sand lathander.
It's like actually Lathander, and it's like 10 feet tall.
Yeah.
The kids are busy. Some of the kids are busy building in the sand as well. You can see Warrington Munt is just standing in the sand, staring back at the city. He pulls out a spyglass, just telescopes it, and he's just looking back at the city.
Dieth will like, after seeing like everyone else do everything, will like turn back to Strix with like a kind of like a defeated face and just be like, and then he takes off his boots and then steps into the sand and like picks up like a stick or something and starts like playing in the sand.
Like poking the sand.
But he's like, but he's just kind of like, fine, I'm relaxing and I'm having fun. See?
So it's like, I guess this is the best we're gonna get. I'm gonna go fish alone then. If you're not gonna go fish and have some fun,
I'll join you in a little bit. Just I'm gonna do this for a little while.
all right, you have a good time. Strix is gonna walk over and just like start trying to fish.
All right. Yeah, she can walk a little bit down to a section of beach where there isn't any swimmers or anything and cast her line.
Yeah, she's gonna do that, and she's also gonna see if like she's like, Albie, can you like flatten yourself out a little bit as like to block the sun?
He looks at you stupidly and doesn't know what you're asking him to do, but he does kind of interpose himself between you and the sun, so now there's this little orb blot of shade on your
Perfect.
face.
That's what I was hoping.
Does Albie need some sunblock? Is his little white skin gonna get burned?
Strix will like take a piece of fabric off her robe and just hand it up to him, and he can just wrap it around his head like a little babushka.
Little babushka with little eye stalks sort of poking out from underneath.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's fine.
Yeah. Waffles is running around in the sand, rolling in the sand, bounding in the water, making big splashes.
Like a dog brought to the beach.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's adorable.
Yeah. And then goes running off, momentarily terrorizing some other beachgoers with her presence. Yeah.
Beach, right?
Until they realize that she's pretty, inoffensive, and she's just splashing around them and running off.
Yeah, if I catch anything, I'm just gonna toss it to her.
Okay. Just make let's call it, I don't know. Roll a d20.
Okay,
This is all chance. There's no skill here.
I got a 2.
Okay. You don't catch anything like in the first hour.
All right.
But you do kind of like the tranquility of it. Being a tiefling, you don't react to the heat that a lot of people, that the way normal people do because you're fire resistant, of course.
Right.
So for you, the sun is not oppressive. You don't feel like you're getting super warm standing out here, but it's actually quite pleasant.
That's nice. I like every 10 minutes I look back at Dieth expectantly for him to start having fun.
Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw. Holly.
Why? What?
Because
no.
God damn it! I rolled a 1.
while you're looking back at Dieth, something tugs really hard on your line and you forget to let go. So you just get right into the water.
You just hear screaming. He's like, "Ah!"
Well, even before that happens, you just go right like sploosh and then you're screaming underwater.
Oh, God!
Do we see like the bubble trail like going?
Yeah, how much of it do we see?
You heard a sound in her direction, then you look and you just kind of see nothing. So you're still hanging on to your fishing pole, I assume, Holly, because you don't want to lose your
Yes.
staff.
Yes.
And you are being pulled really, really fast through the water.
Okay.
And
I'm
there she
gonna turn it into my broom.
Okay. Underwater, it turns into your broom.
Okay. And I'm like, please go to get above water.
Suddenly, she rockets out of the water straight up on her broom.
I now am also wet and look very displeased. My hair's just like falling down.
When you're
Oh
in
my
the
gosh, Strix is swimming. Let's all go swimming.
What?
No, there's a monster!
when you're in the air, Strix,
Water.
when you're in the air, Strix, make a perception check to see if you could see what pulled your line.
Is wet Strix like when a bird gets wet
Oh.
and it's just like kind of sad and like
Yeah.
Yeah,
form?
Like a wet, silky chicken.
yeah.
But also like, like weirdly attractive in its own way. It's like is noticeably distracted like a little bit. Like, "Oop."
It's mostly sad. That was a 17.
You can see that what pulled you under was big, and its scales gleam in the sunlight with a bronze hue. It looks like a dragon.
What? Shit. Well, I know that bronze dragons aren't mean.
That's true.
So I'm just like, I hold up a hand and I'm like, Evelyn, can you help me? There's a dragon. I'm yelling this. There's a dragon.
Oh, we're playing dragons?
No, there's a dragon. I'm like flapping my arms, like trying to show there's a dragon.
Does Evelyn have any context for a dragon being underwater?
No.
Didn't we like blow one up once?
Dragon turtle, that's true. So
If
you
she
would-
doesn't immediately react, she's just like, ugh, and just like,
Evelyn
Well-
will fly over to her, though.
Okay.
when she-
By this time, Strix, the dragon has gone deep enough that you can't see it anymore.
I swear there was a dragon. I just saw a dragon
Are
in
you
the water.
sure? Are you positive?
I am 100 and maybe 90% positive.
Well, what should we do about it? Was it just, maybe it's a good dragon. Maybe it's just chilling.
I don't know. Didn't you see like a submarine or something? Maybe this dragon and the submarine are in cahoots. We should ask Warrington. He knows about these weird things.
Okay. Evelyn flies over to Warrington. Warrington, are there water dragons?
Water dragons? I'm sure there are.
Would they be swimming in
If
the
there are
lake?
space dragons, there are almost certainly water dragons.
But you've never seen one? Or heard of one?
No, but I assume dragons can swim in the water as easily as they fly.
I hate to call off swimming, but I suppose if there's dragons in the water, we certainly...
Well, it was a nice dragon. Evelyn Strix is still on her broom. She's like, it's a nice dragon. And she lands just like sopping wet, just looking like a sad wet cat. And she's just hunching over. She's like, it's a nice dragon. It was a bronze dress, shiny one. The shiny ones are nice.
Ah, yes, bronze dragons. Very nice.
Oh, well, we should go say hi then.
Well, it's gone now. I lost it. I don't know why it bit my fishing pole, which was very rude.
Well, I'm just real confused as to what help and reaction you actually want.
Paulton like kind of stumbles over and just, did you say water dragons?
Yeah, there's a bronze dragon in there.
Water dragon. Well,
You know what? Here.
if you're asking, a dragon's like a big lizard, but it's got wings. And they're remember that one time that big red one like knocked a building on us? That's what dragons are.
Maybe. I can go down there. I can polymorph myself into something that can breathe underwater, and I can go down there and make contact with the dragon. I don't want to ruin all the beach day for everyone because Dieth is having so much fun. Like, goes to 6.
He points over at Dieth, and he's got his like pants, like bottom of his pants, like actually like rolled up to like just below his knees. And as they look over, they realize he's been like scribbling onto the sand what look like elaborate plans and maps.
Damn it! I told you not to do that. Prestidigitation. They're all gone.
He just falls to his knees. Just...
Do you want me to do that? I can go try. The dragon won't be mean. It's a shiny dragon. They're nice.
I mean, if you want to, it's your vacation, I guess. Just be safe.
All right. Okay. I'll be back then. Does anyone else want to come? Anyone else want to be sea animals?
Squidly.
Nate's internet was having trouble, so he might be a little,
He's froze.
hiccuped right now.
I'm certain that
Paul?
Squidly would want to come.
Oh, there he goes.
There he is.
There you are.
No kids. No kids are getting... That's danger for the kids.
I spaced out for a few seconds, so I didn't really hear what we were talking about. But what I gather is the kids should definitely go in the water.
No, they're not. No. Nope. That's not it.
Squidly.
What? No. Who wants... No, none of the children. One of us needs to stay here to watch everything and the kids. I feel like...
Squidly's already like Naruto running toward the water.
I feel like more than me. No, Squidly. No, I'm just going to let him go. There he goes.
I hate it.
There he goes.
Sploosh.
He kind of trips before he gets out. It's like, wee! God damn it! Wee!
Paulton, you're too drunk, so you just stay here. Dieth is not having fun, so do you want to come with me and try and find this dragon?
Me?
No, you're drunk. I'm looking at Dieth.
Me?
Yes. Otherwise, you're just going to sit here and keep scribbling nonsense in the sand.
So, Dieth, you do recall, I'm not sure you remember this, Jared, or not, having a brush with what might have been the dragon when you were underwater scavenging.
Oh, I do remember that, but I have not put 2 and 2 together.
Okay.
Dieth has not put 2 and 2 together.
Fair.
Dieth's like, I could help. I mean, I don't want you to go somewhere dangerous. I'll keep.
I mean, it's just the ocean and a dragon. And what could go wrong?
Well, that's. Yeah, I'll go.
Can Squidly swim?
Roll a d20.
Okay. Uh-oh. 6.
He went in the water and he hasn't come up.
Morning Glory, who's babysitting, looks up from playing in the sand with the kids and goes, and trots over and ruffles around to try to find Squidly in the water, and tries to like grab him by the scruff of the clothes and pull him out by with her mouth.
By like the swim trunks, so like
Yeah.
it lifts him up and just their ass hanging out.
Okay. The horse will go in the water, look around, dunk its head, and come out with a mouthful of Squidly's shorts.
Oh my god.
Just the shorts are Squidly attached as well.
That's correct.
Okay, good. You know, she'll just carry him out like. Isn't there a scene in 101 Dalmatians like this where you're carrying a little dog?
Yes.
She proudly. Just,
And Squidly's like, breathing is hard down there.
It's literally that like sunscreen ad for the kid.
He like throws up a little bit of water, he, like catches his breath, and then just runs back in the water. Water dragon!
Jungle Book, where she's carrying him by his little pants. That's what it is, I think. I don't know. Someone in chat will
Okay.
figure.
Well, Squidly's back in the water. You can make another d20 roll, Squidly.
All right, got it this time. Uh-oh. So what if it was worse?
Okay. A current grabs Squidly and takes him out into the harbor.
Oh god.
Morning Glory just looks at Evelyn like,
He gets
This
swept
is-
away, and you just see him like, oh boy!
This like whole scene is playing out and Strix just watching it like, let's go play. I would rather deal with the dragon. Are you sure you want to go, Dieth? You just look sad.
Yeah, I'll go. And Dieth will actually then start removing all of his usual attire to reveal he's actually wearing his swimsuit underneath.
Oh,
everything.
you actually did get ready.
But it's like but like the swimsuit is like just kind of like sad looking. It's basically like
Oh.
it was like a burlap sack, more or less. That it's definitely been worn before. Like this is probably something he's had for years, and instead it kind of changes into this and like disrobes. You can see him just look like a little bashful or even like embarrassed by it a little bit. And
Very
like,
pale.
Yeah, just it's really pale. It's not attractive. And he's like, "All right, yeah, let's go."
Strix is like, I like your bathing suit.
That's
And then
fine. I'll go after Squidly. I
Yes.
guess. Morning Glory, watch the other kids.
Between breath, Squidly's just like, no, I got it.
God.
It's okay. It's all under control. We're good.
And Strix can prestidigitate Dia's bathing suit to make it like at least not like fraying on the edges.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so now it looks a little bit cleaner. And she's like, there you go.
Yeah, like internally, there's just like a thing with Dieth where everyone else like looks so nice, and he's literally just using the same old raggedy thing that he's had for years.
Strix's robe is over 80 years old. I think she doesn't look that nice right now.
Is
And
she,
she's
is she
wet.
wearing that?
The underneath part?
Yeah.
She's just wearing like the underneath part. It's
I
like a
see.
shirt dress.
Got it.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like a tattered shirt dress, but she's just wearing it with none of her accoutrements on top of it, so it just looks like she's wearing a sack.
Yeah.
So they're both wearing sacks.
Oh, you guys both look like Dobby.
Yes.
Great.
But she'll just say, and is there anything you want to be particular in the water? Any kind of animal in particular you'd like to be?
Animal? What?
Yeah, we're gonna polymorph. You didn't even need to take your clothes off.
No, just me's fine. I like being me.
All right.
Squidly off in the distance, like, still out here.
Lynn's chasing him.
Yeah, Strix is going to polymorph herself then into a penguin
Okay.
with a witch hat.
Aw.
All right. So you're a penguin. Dieth is Dieth.
Oh, Dieth will be Dieth. Yeah.
And she communicated to Dieth to pick her up and bring her with him into the water.
Okay. He'll like pick up the penguin, but it's like
Yes.
just like it's,
Yeah.
All right. So you wade out into the water and set the penguin on the
yeah.
wave, and you start to swim out.
Yeah.
Okay. After about 40, more than 40 feet actually, closer to about 80 feet, the sand, the level of the water really kind of drops off, and you kind of hit this harbor reef. As you're swimming below the water and looking, it's quite verdant down here, untouched, unpolluted, almost too beautiful.
Yeah.
Strix is penguining around. Just
I
looking
think
around.
I think underwater Dieth is a surprisingly adept swimmer. I
Yeah,
think he's-
he would be.
Yeah, I think he's spent a lot of time doing this, especially like in his treasure hunting days and things, like looking for a lot of stuff underwater.
Yeah.
So
And he knows that Deepwater Harbor gets its name, of course, from the fact that it gets real deep, real fast, like just
Yeah.
abysmally deep.
yeah, like so when he's underwater, he's like shockingly graceful.
Yeah, and the water gets very cold as one gets farther out, and of course murkier as well. But
Yeah.
you swim out, looking around. Now the harbor is vast, so even a dragon can lose itself in this dark abyss quite easily.
I'm gonna unpolymorph myself and just like tread water next to Dieth holding my staff and just be like, I think we should get its attention. Fireball!
What?
You're detonating this underwater?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yes, it goes off underwater, and there's this green flash.
Why are we pissing off the dragon?
No, we want to meet the dragon.
Maybe he doesn't want to meet us.
A couple dead fish float by.
Look what you did.
That was easier. So you didn't want to go fishing. Now there's fish.
You took away the sport of it all.
Evelyn, make a perception check.
Okay. Nine.
Okay, you don't find Squidly.
What?
God damn.
Dang it. Even with all the yelling?
There's no more yelling.
Guys, all hands on deck. This is not a drill. This is why we have the buddy system. No more swimming till we find Squidly.
How near are Strix and DF to Squidly?
Well, they can't see him, so they don't know.
Well, I mean, like from the last point he went swimming.
Oh, he was about 100 feet away.
Evelyn's gonna cast. I'm gonna double check that I have it, but I'm pretty sure I do. Locate object
Okay.
on something that Squidly carries on his eye patch. Just gonna locate object Squidly's eye patch.
Okay, and locate object is a action, right?
Yeah.
To cast. Okay. Yeah, he's below you.
She's gonna die. Well, do I remember correctly that Evelyn actually can't swim very well?
And she has her boots. She can swim 'cause
Oh, yeah, when
she
she
went
has
under
her
the
boots.
ship.
And she has a decent athletic score, so she can do it.
Okay, so she's just gonna dive for where she senses Squidly is.
Okay. Into the water she goes. Make another perception check to just follow the spell trail. See if we can find him. Last 10 minutes.
Not 20.
Great. Yeah, you can see that Squidly is deep under the water. He is with a pair of merfolk.
Do I know anything about merfolk?
As a resident of Waterdeep, you would know that merfolk periodically come into the harbor to conduct trade with Waterdavians, bringing things that from the deeper sea, and often stay here for a good deal of time before they go off back to their homes and their clans. So you've actually probably wanted to see one your whole life. And this is really your first chance to see one, and not just one, but two up close. And you can see that you're not sure what they've done, but Squidly does no longer seem burdened by the water in terms of, he seems to be coping just fine.
Able to breathe and stuff?
Yeah.
Evelyn comes and like joins the conversation.
And Squidly, you were helped by one of these merfolk, and they cast a spell on you that lets you breathe water.
Oh,
Evelyn, I guess, also can only hold her breath for a certain amount of time, so she kind of like joins the conversation, by putting her hand on Squidly's back, like, I'm with him, and then she's like,
Yeah, the merfolk are a little perplexed because you don't look anything like what they imagined his mom would be. But they were just kind of showing off some interesting sea life down here, but they kind of let him go at that point, and they dart off into the deep water.
Evelyn's like, underwater, but then she like looks at Squidly and she grabs his little scruff and swims to the surface with him.
Okay.
just hear him like,
All right, you pull him to the surface, no problem.
False alarm! No drowning today! Squidly has lost his swimming privileges!
Also, Jenks, I'd like to imagine, is on the beach with like sunscreen on his nose and his big wicker hat with a flower in it, and he's just got like a big giant book that he's reading, and just but like under the shade of an umbrella.
Nice.
He looks very luxurious. He's like sipping out of a drink that he's made out of like a coconut with an umbrella.
Wow, this is fair.
Yeah, he's having
As
a great
a-
time.
as Evelyn brings Squidly onto the beach, he just kind of like lays down on the sand, starts like obnoxiously flopping. And he's just like, you brought me out of my home. That's my home now. I can't breathe on air.
He says, breathing on air.
Morning Glory, Squidly is no longer allowed in the water.
He tries to like flop back into the water, but doesn't get
Morning Glory just drags him by his little pants again across the
Across the
sand.
sand. All right.
the flopping has tired him out.
Oh my god. He just falls asleep in the
Yes.
sand.
And while Squidly is sort of lying on the sand, there are seagulls that are sort of gathered overhead, probably because they smell lots of food, and they're just sort of hanging out near Jenks and the rest of you.
They're gonna eat me. I'm a fish now.
Yeah, they might. There's actually one perched on Waffle's head.
Aw.
Waffle's just kind of sitting there, tired out on the wet sand, and this seagull is just on its head.
Her tongue off the stump.
Oh, that's like trying to get him off there.
Nat is trying to fish, but no one taught her how. So, yeah, she's just doing that over and over again and kind of looking around to see if Dieth notices to give her a good job or not.
Ow.
Edith is out in the water.
He's out in the water. I mean, from the water, though, you can see Nat on the shore casting the line.
Yeah.
Oh, he sees.
Yeah.
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 I still don't think we should try to find this dragon at all. If it's harmless, we should just leave it alone. I thought we were trying to enjoy our time at the beach.
We are enjoying it. We're swimming now.
The two of you are
Damn it,
swimming.
you got me. Damn it, there was no dragon. Damn it.
No, there was a dragon. But I did get you out in the water.
All right. You're right. Well, then, you might as well make the best of it. And Dieth immediately, dives right back underwater and starts swimming around trying to find underwater treasures.
God damn it.
Okay.
He can come back up after a little bit, sees Strix, and be like, well, come on.
Oh, I mean, I can't swim like that, so I'm just going to turn myself back into a penguin.
Okay.
I'm just a penguin down there.
Okay.
So the penguin's back.
All right.
Sure.
So Dieth and the penguin start swimming underwater, looking for stuff. They pass some schools of fish, and as they get closer to the reef, they see all kinds of dazzling colors. You can see it looks like some of the coral has been picked, probably by traders. There's a lot of white and pink coral still left. There are sand dollars and urchins and other things that you stumble upon.
I like to imagine while they're swimming, they're pointing things out to each other. With his hand and Strix with just
Flipper.
Yep.
She'll definitely pick up a sand dollar with her beak and just bring it to him, thinking it's money.
yeah. I'll take that.
All right. While that's going on, Paulton, what are you up to?
Am I still conscious?
That's a good question. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 14.
Yeah, you're still conscious.
All right. I don't know. I'm stumbling around. Who do I see?
You see,
Mike.
you see Warrington in his uniform, looking with his spyglass, and he seems to be talking to himself. And then you see Nat on the shore casting a line. You see Squidly with a horse sitting on top of him. You see Jenks under a parasol with a coconut drink and a book opened in his lap. And you see Waffles covered with seagulls. And she's just lying there, kind of on her side now, and all these seagulls are just perched on her like a dead whale. Occasionally, she just sort of flails and bats them around, but they just land on her again.
Paul just kind of scans each of these scenarios, no. He sees Jenks. He's like, yes. He kind of stumbles over and squats down. And he goes, little magic one.
Why are you putting on an accent?
The coconut, it's a shtick. You wouldn't get it. You've probably never seen. Where'd you get the coconut?
Oh, this? I don't know. It was Strix's. I stole it from her room.
It's not here.
No.
Because he's holding a bottle of wine. He's like, because I wanted to pull this.
Hey, Dad!
Here,
Dad! You hear Simon calling out.
What?
Thanks. It's just
Look what I made!
rabble.
It's lovely, son. Tell your mother. And he goes back to
Jinx is like, you smell really bad, so I'm just going to give you this. Here, you take it.
You are a saint, and you will be revered as the greatest wizard in the house. Don't
That's-
tell Trix.
I think I'm the only wizard in the house. She's explained that to me multiple times.
Only wizard in the house.
Oh, thank you.
You're a wizard, thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Paulton. Thank you. Thank you.
Do you sip on his coconut pina colada?
There's-
I pour a little wine in it, though.
There was just water in there. So,
Okay, just water. All right.
yeah.
So
So you just watered down your wine.
Yeah.
But it's coconut water, right?
Right, yes.
Sure.
So it's tasty.
Coconut flavored water, yeah. Sick.
There's That'll do, Jinx. And just stumbles away. Try to find Simon now. See
Jinx
what
just
he's doing.
rolls his
All right.
eyes and goes back to reading, and he's using the book as like a sun shield.
When you gaze over to Simon, you see that he has built a gigantic replica of Castle Ravenloft
Oh God.
Cool.
out of sand.
Right.
It's actually as tall, if not a little bit taller than he is. It's got the two big spires and the big wall. It's actually quite an amazing bit of work for a
It's
little
actually
guy.
probably pretty impressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like really like to scale, like impressive, detailed.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, how long have we been on this beach? It's
Better look at it
beautiful
before
stuff.
Strix prestidigitates it away.
So it reminds
Wow.
me of home. Well, what kind of home? Sort of.
Yeah, it reminds me of home too.
Oh, that's concerning.
Are we ever going to go back there?
Oh, that's real concerning. You know what? Knowing, I don't know. It's up to Perkins, so probably at some point. But who knows, son? Only time will tell. But this feels really foreshadowing. So, and he starts like pointing out things. He's like, and that's where I almost did stuff with a vampire. That's where a bird friend
Memories.
saved my life.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I think that's where me and Diaz shared a body once. That was weird. He's just like pointing out all these horrible things.
Simon's just listening attentively.
It's like, and then he just like passes out straight forward.
Simon sort of taps him with a stick.
Yep.
I don't know why, but I imagine at this point Evelyn's like all disheveled because she's trying to make everyone have fun.
Oh yeah, she's been buzzing between all of these scenes, fixing things like saving Squidly from drowning, rethreading Nat's line, patting her on the shoulder, getting another coconut for Jenks.
Shanks is like, cheers!
You've seen Evelyn Strix or Diaz bob up occasionally in the water to get another gulp of air before diving back down. They're quite far out, hundreds of yards out now, but they seem to be having a good time.
Strix is doing fun penguin air acrobatics and like jumping out of the water like wee, like a whale, but
Nice.
a penguin.
Nice.
It's real dumb.
And I mean, I'm not gonna play your characters, but when someone passes out on the beach, it is customary to bury them in sand. So,
Yeah, I think Simon and Handrew have got that.
Andrew.
Good.
Yes, so they're burying Paulton alive in the sand.
Yay.
Great.
And Evelyn, you can see Warrington Munt is still kind of looking with his telescopic spyglass over at the city and kind of moving about, looking at different things.
Anything on the horizon, sir?
You can hear him kind of mumbling, talking, but he doesn't seem to be talking loud enough for anybody but himself to hear.
Evelyn will go over and check on him just to make sure he doesn't have sunstroke.
Oh, okay. Well, he is clearly having what appears to be a fairly low-key conversation, surprising for him, with nobody. He's saying, "Oh yes, I could see over there. Yes, it seems rather lightly defended, that tower. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 guards, tops. Oh yes, they've got the seawall down, the seawall chains down. There must be a lot of traffic. Ah yes, look at all those pennants, beautiful. Well, yes, there's one road that goes up to the castle. Yes, only one." It's like he's having a conversation with somebody who is not there.
Warrington, are you talking to someone invisible?
What? Well, madam, no, of course not.
Were you talking to me? Sorry, I sometimes I get confused when someone's like talking to themselves or whether they're talking to me or not.
He says, "Not exactly. It's all rather strange. I seem to have made telepathic contact with someone in the city who wants to know more about it.
Do you know who?
No, but he's quite friendly.
Why does he want to know more about the city?
I think he finds it all very fascinating. I get the impression that he's from some distant land.
And he's specifically asking about city defenses and things?
Well, no, just sort of, well, yes, and other things, of course. Very curious. Wants to know what it's like to live in the city, and I tell him it's wonderful, beautiful place. Friendly people, not quick to judge.
That is interesting. You know, I've had some experience with this whole telepathic connection thing, and
Have you now?
I mean, among us we have, and I'd be a little worried about just kind of letting anyone talk to you and tell you things.
Well, he's not telling me anything. I'm just describing the city to him.
Okay, well, that's okay. I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure you must have met someone real genuine, and you have a real connection, and maybe you can just be friends, and that's nice. Kind of like a pen pal, except with your brain.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm sure that's totally fine. You should tell him about Lathander.
Oh, yes. Yes, I shall.
Yeah, tell him all about the spires. You could take him on a little tour there.
Capital.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're having a good time. What's his name?
Well, I don't know.
Can you ask him?
Well, I did ask him once, but he said it was nigh unpronounceable.
Oh, we'll just call him Nye then.
That's a great name.
Okay, tell Nye that I said hello and that I hope the Morning Lord shines upon him.
I will. And
Okay.
and Evelyn,
Yeah.
I'm having a splendid time.
Oh, I'm so glad. Let's do this. We should do this like a monthly outing or something.
Oh, yes, of course. I concur.
Good. Well, have fun with Nye. I'll be right over there if you need anything.
Okay.
Cool.
If
Thanks. I'm so glad you were the one to try and talk to him about that.
yeah, Evelyn thinks that's probably fine. Why would there be any reason to suspect anything else?
So, what next?
I imagine
Is anything killing us in the water yet?
Nope.
I imagine we'd actually probably ever turn back to the shore
Yeah.
pretty soon.
Yeah.
On account that Edith gets tired real easily.
Yeah, and you were struck by all the things that you saw down there, the sea life. You saw an octopus, a small one, not that
Ooh.
big around, that changed color.
Oh, Strix definitely was pointing at that, like
Yeah.
with her flippers.
Yeah. But nothing hostile. Everything was pretty tame down there.
Yeah, we'd
Oh.
probably come back to the shore with like a.
Yeah.
a small-
Oh, you did find actually sort of half buried in the sand what looked like an old bronze bell. Like maybe it was on a ship or something. It's about
Wow.
maybe it
Oh,
weighs
my
about
God.
30 pounds, and then it's just sort of sunk in the sand.
Cool.
That's neat.
I don't think I would be able to bring that back to the surface.
No, you don't think it would be that hard, actually.
Oh, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Yeah.
And Strix can turn back into herself and help too.
Sure.
So she'll not on
Yeah.
Penguin.
So you come back to shore, rejoin your friends with this bronze bell that you found. You can see there's, it doesn't seem to have a lot of like barnacle growth or anything on it. So maybe it fell off a ship, within the last couple months or something.
Ours now.
Yep.
I ding it with my staff. Ding.
Nice solid tone.
Oh, this is so cool.
Ooh, what'd you find?
We found
It's a bell.
Maybe we should have a bell tower at the Waffle House, and we can ring it when the pies are ready, and it'll be like our thing for our business, and it'll summon people to the pies.
You
Awesome.
do have a
That's
turret.
nice.
You do have a turret.
Yeah, it looks like it came from the bow of the ship, so we can also try to figure out what ship it came from. There's probably like a lot of really fascinating history here.
That sounds also interesting.
Strix leans into Evelyn. Strix leans into Whisper and she says, "Look, he's having fun."
That's true. Wow, what interesting history. I wonder what clues we could find right now here on this beach on this fun vacation day.
Nat, roll a d20 for me.
16.
You catch a big fish.
Oh,
Nat runs over without taking it off the pole because she doesn't know how to do that. She's just holding the pole and wiggling.
Yeah.
And she holds it up to Dia.
Yeah, Diaz will see her coming and just be like, "Oh my gosh!" and like is impressed by the catch and put the bell down for just a moment. He'll go over to Nat and like grab the end of the line, to help steady the fish. He doesn't take it off for her. He actually like folds it to her and shows her how to like, smooth down the back of the gills or the fins and actually like unhook it to like, properly like take it off. It just shows her how to like take care of her like first big catch. I don't know if it's her first, but whatever.
Does he teach her how to like gut it and everything?
We can. That could be for later. Depends how late into the evening we stay on this beach.
Yeah. But it's a good eating fish. You know that, Diaz.
Heck yeah.
That's dinner.
Yeah.
Nat will basically take as much time as you will give her to teach her this process and spend time with her over it. So
Oh, sure.
And you're actually quite impressed that she was able to pull it out of the water because it's about a third her size.
Yeah, this Diaz would have struggled. Did Nat bring her dagger with her?
Mhm.
Okay, so then, yeah, at some point he'll actually use her dagger to help show her how to properly scale a fish, and then where to get where the proper fillets for like the proper amount of meat and avoiding bone.
as soon as they do finish this, she definitely like chest out, very proud, brings it over to Strix and signs "kitchen lady" and hands her.
I'm not the kitchen lady. I'm not.
You are though.
I know, but that's. Wait, I don't know what to do with the fish. Is it dead? Wait, is it already gutted?
It's dinner. Yeah, it's already good. It's all ready. She already prepared it.
Okay, all right. So Strix will take it and look around and notice that there's nothing to cook it on, and just use her hands and fire spells to just hold the fish in her hands and cook it. She's just holding it and she's like sighing, just cooking the fish.
Nat, who knows nothing about cooking, thinks this is totally the only way that you cook a fish. that you can cook.
Right.
Yeah.
And Strix will toss it and flip it around.
You have a
Nice.
frying pan.
Nice. You do have a
Oh yeah, I
frying
do have
pan.
a frying pan. She remembers that halfway through and she's like, this was funnier, but that's okay.
Yeah.
And she'll
You
put it on the
can
frying
fillet.
pan.
You can fillet the fish and cook the fillets on the frying pan. And
Yeah,
you can
so
heat
she'll
it. You
put
can
it-
heat it the same way with your hand.
Exactly. She's gonna heat it in her hand and cook the fish in the frying pan.
All right.
Like, here you
This
go.
wonderful smell sort of pervades the camp as the fish is fried up beautifully. By this time, all of you have noticed Simon's castle, Ravenloft, Sand Castle. And you can see
Oh.
just Paulton's head sticking up out of the sand with hand.
Can I prestidigitate the Castle Ravenloft to turn into just the Waffle House? Like, woo!
You don't really have that fine control over the spell.
Oh, okay.
If you prestidigitate, it probably just going to all collapse.
I don't want to ruin it. I feel bad. Okay, that's very nice, Simon. That's great. It's a great
wow.
reminder of
Accurate.
really bad times.
I mean,
He'll
Yeah,
he'll come over and eat some fish.
Good.
Nat just stands beside Strix, who's preparing the fish, and just kind of looks like, "Yes, you're welcome." Yes.
Strix will sign to her it's an excellent fish. Good job.
Yes, it is
All right.
an excellent fish.
By the time you eat the fish and the hours of the after, because you got a late start, of course, the hours of the afternoon tick away, and the sun glides across the sky and is now falling more over toward the west and takes on that look of that weariness that the sun gets when it's ready to set. And the long shadows of the castle walls on the island begin to span across the sands. A number of other people have already taken their small boats and gone back, but you guys have been having such a great time, you've just sort of lost track. And Paulton is still in the sand. But at this time, Paulton, go ahead and roll a die for me.
13.
You wake up.
Ah. He looks around. So it's is it up to my neck?
Yeah.
Just look around
Everybody else is sort of over in a cluster. They've eaten. You can sort of smell just a little hint of the fish still in the air.
it's kind of, what?
This little crab crawls right up to your face.
I'm like, don't do it. Don't do it.
You scare it off, and it goes off.
Hey!
Hides out in Castle Ravenloft.
Crap on Shelovich.
The shadow, by the way, the shadow of the sand castle has now fallen on top of you.
Oh
Oh,
God.
jeez.
So when you look up, it's just this silhouette of Castle Ravenloft
Ooh.
looming high above you.
I think we should go.
That
I
sure
am
is-
activated. It's like, hey guys, help!
I'll
All
go. I'll
No.
go get him out.
No, Strix, you don't have to do it. All right. It was a good time. The joke's over. Nat, Jank, Squidly, let Paulton out.
Jenks is like, it was a bee. And you
Simon,
see
you
that
too.
he's set Ferdinand up next to him also with a sun shield.
Yeah.
A little stuffed owlbears next to him with a little drink.
Squidly's still like passed out. He's just exhausted from
Yes.
swimming and then flopping.
Yes. And so yes, Simon will go over if no one else will.
Well,
Evelyn
tried
will
to-
go over, but she, like, despite herself, she kind of, like, pauses for a second. She's like, oh, you want out of the sand?
Don't make this a thing.
Did
Don't
you
make
get
it a thing.
stuck?
Simon just darts his eyes from Evelyn to you, this whole conversation.
Don't make this a thing. It doesn't need to be a thing.
I'm just asking,
I would like to get.
what happened?
Can you, if you're not gonna help me out, can you just like hand me? Can you like get me one of my wines and like a really long straw, and then I'll be fine.
Simon, what happened to your father here?
He shrugs his shoulders, like he's lost his voice all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Do you think we should help him, or?
He gives a puckish smile.
I will expend a spell slot for this. Don't think I won't.
He takes his bucket and puts it over Paulton's head.
Just you're like, oh, now you done it.
Then Simon runs away.
All right, Evelyn takes the bucket off and she digs around a little bit for him. Get his
All right,
hands.
yeah. Okay, at this point, Paulton, you can pull yourself out.
Great.
Evelyn's just giggling.
It's like, cool. Now there's sand everywhere, and it's gonna be there for months.
Well, I guess that's what happens when you drink that much wine on the beach.
It is now that I've written it down.
You asked for that
Yep, that's fair.
All right.
one. Did you tell them to make this Castle Ravenloft?
Oh, yeah, no. Simon's a little homesick.
Homesick.
Mm-hmm.
Like for the Waffle House, I'm hoping?
Except the castle is like, I'm gonna say no.
Well, maybe we need to make him a more comfortable place at the Waffle House that he'll love even more than Castle Ravenloft. Maybe we haven't been doing a good job of,
Yeah, I'd say if he misses this, then we're probably doing something wrong.
yeah, we're not very good parents.
Hmm.
Okay, well, maybe he needs a new room. Maybe he needs a room all to himself. Does he have a room all to himself?
Do we have
He
Does
had
he
the
have-
turret room before.
had?
He sleeps in Paulton's room.
Yeah.
Do you think he needs his own room?
He might. He might be at that age.
Yeah. Okay, well, maybe we could. We can make him his own room, and I can paint it like Castle Ravenloft, so he can have his little thing. It's just a phase he's going
You just
through.
hear, no!
Above game, I just want my room to look like that, to be honest. It's like, okay, that's an idea.
I mean, I don't know what age a kid is supposed to have their own room, because I never had my own room, and also I don't really understand how to parent someone who's 80 and also like 8 at the same time. It's very confusing. So
Yeah, it's a weird window.
maybe we shouldn't be too hard on ourselves.
Fair enough. Well, maybe we'll just talk to him and see what we could do.
Why not now? Simon!
Oh,
He's over with the other kids.
Simon!
Come here.
He comes.
Why'd you make a Castle Ravenloft? It's very nice, by the way. Very accurate.
Yeah.
Oh.
Was it like you miss it there, or just like you remember it real well?
Oh.
Is this what the teenager phase where you just don't say anything anymore? You don't like to talk anymore to your parents?
It's just a dumb castle.
Okay. Well,
Don't say it's dumb. It's very nice. It's very well done.
also, do you have a real talent for this? Maybe you want to take up some more sculpture or like architecture? We could help, support your interests like good parents.
Sure.
Cool. Also, do you feel like you need your own room?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Well, let's see what we can do about that. Is there anything else you want to tell us? Anything on your mind?
Can we make it up like a pirate den?
Sure. That sounds much
'Cause
better than
I'm going to be a pirate.
Oh, okay. That's a
That
normal
sounds-
thing for someone your age. I
That
think.
sounds awesome.
He wanders off. Hey guys, I'm going to be a pirate.
I think we did that well. That was good, right? I think that was good.
Yeah, pirates are cool when they're not trying to kill us.
Okay. Good talk.
Cool. Good job. Get a little like parenting high five.
Like, can Strix see that Warrington is still talking to himself?
No, he's not talking to himself. He's sort of cleaning off his monocle, and
Okay.
it looks like he's grown impatient. He wants to get home, but he hasn't told anybody that. You just feel it.
Okay. I'm sure Strix can feel it. She's very aware of everyone when they're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Once Strix comes back from the ocean, Evelyn will be like, Strix, have you ever heard of someone being able to just talk telepathically like across planes? You've been to other planes and stuff.
Strix just makes this face. What? Have I heard of that? I'll do an Arcana check. I'll see if I've heard of that.
Because I have a pen pal, Omen, but Warrington has like a mind pen pal.
Oh, that sounds like a bad thing. I got 18.
No, you've never heard of anything like that.
Well,
You should
I
ask
don't
him
like
about
it.
His name's Nye.
It's probably not his name. It's probably something bad, but you know what? I'm going to go ask him about what that map that he was drawing on the floor, because that was weird. So I'm going to stomp over to him real quick and just be like, hey, Warrington, hey.
You know what I don't like about this beach?
No, we're going to leave the beach soon. What was the map that you were drawing?
What's that, Warrington? What don't you like about this beach?
The only thing it's missing is a good mud bath. Next time we should go to the mud flats.
You're a hippo. You roll around them.
I think we'd have a lot of fun.
That's so
sounds
cute. That's adorable.
Are we heading back now?
Yes, we are.
Excellent.
Strix totally forgot her question because she just thinks it's funny that he's a hippo and
He'll
just walks
help
away.
pack things up in the boats. Come on, kids, we're heading back.
Evelyn's got like sand in her hair,
Yeah.
and she's like super exhausted. She's like, wasn't this such a nice day? Didn't we all have so much fun? Shouldn't we do this all the time?
And Strix is like, oh.
What fun
Also-
thing did Evelyn do?
If Simon isn't looking, Strix is 100% going to go like kick the castle over.
Last thing you do is you run over and kick the castle.
Yeah.
I was asking, what fun thing did Evelyn do?
Watched everybody else have fun and
God damn it.
pack the caravan.
Pretty much.
All right. Just making sure we're on the same page here.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you cross the Deepwater Harbor, you make it back to the dock ward. You put the ships back, tie them off at the pier. You haul your stuff out, strap it back onto the owlbear. You get Lance. You stuff up his cart with what remains of empty bottles, apart from the ones you probably left on the beach, and make your way back to the Waffle House. When you get It's a nice drive back there. It's a warm evening. The sun is setting behind the walls of the city, so everything is sort of shadowy and cool, just slants of light coming through at various points onto the street until you make your way into Trollskull Alley. Park Lance begin to take things down, and off the Owlbear, the kids run to the front door and notice that there is. When you get inside, there is a note on the counter from the Chickenfoot Coven telling you that business went smoothly today. Nothing to worry about
good.
there.
It's not bad. Okay.
Two packages arrived. One is a letter addressed to the Waffle Crew in a red envelope, and the other is a long box that was mistakenly delivered, and you can see it is actually addressed to someone named Audra Nell.
Evelyn, when she hears that a letter came, goes, was it from...
Yeah.
Oh.
It says Audra Nell, Trollskull Alley. Now, you don't know an Audra Nell on Trollskull Alley.
All right. Well, we can't open it because it's someone else's mail, so we'll find them
Which
later.
is why we should make sure that we seal it back up so you could never tell.
No! What's the letter, Evelyn? Do you want to read the letter out loud to us? Someone knows our name and put things in a red letter, which I feel like red is a danger color.
Yeah, I'll read it out loud.
Okay. When you open the letter, you see that it is an invitation to attend an auction.
Ooh, an invitation. Oh, it's for that auction thing. That was part of our plan with the devil worshippers. That's cool.
It tells you where and when.
Yeah, as soon as you bring up the auction, that's when Dieth immediately just like, that's what I was trying to figure out today. Oh my god, I completely forgot. I got so distracted.
We had fun, though. Strix holds up some sand dollars, throws them. The beach is swimming. You had fun.
See Dieth panicking, starting to pick up all of his stuff. He's like, I can't believe I just let myself. Oh my god! And he starts going upstairs up to his room.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he'll ever have fun?
I think he had fun today.
After a few minutes of, just a brief moment after him getting to the top of the stairs, he actually comes down a little bit and pokes his head through the railing and just says, "You guys were right though. Today it was nice, and I think we all needed that.
See,
I like hanging out with you guys."
That was good. That was good. See, he had fun.
Evelyn puts the invitation on whatever is the equivalent of the fridge.
Okay. Goes into the kitchen and basically puts it on top of the ice box.
We have a bullet. I picture in the kitchen we have a bulletin board that says wash your hands.
Oh, sure.
This establishment isn't responsible for injuries, that kind of thing.
Days without accidents.
Right? Yeah.
Okay. What do you do with the box to Audra Nell?
Well, we open it, of course.
Excellent.
When Strix isn't there, because Strix said not to open it, so
of
Paulton
course.
opens it.
Yeah, Paulton opens it. You're just using a knife or something to cut it open.
Yeah, I try to be delicate to where this will be refillable.
It's kind of it's sort of square on the ends, but it's long, and so when you slice it, you want to slice it at the top so that you can just sort of dump it out from the top, or you want to slice it along the side.
Which way would be more delicate?
Probably the top.
All right, let's go with the side.
I knew you were going to say that. You slice it open on the side and you open it up, and you can see that it contains a rolled up rug. Looks quite beautiful, just an exquisite rug, rolled up in a tube, like a bundle, like a cylinder.
It's a rug.
And then the rug leaps out and attacks you.
Oh, no.
Not again.
The rug's fighting me. Am I the only one in the room?
Yes, you're the only one in the room.
It's a rug. Oh God, the rug's fighting me. The rug is fighting me. We have a rogue rug. What's the color code for this? Code
All right, it makes an attack against you. Oh my God, it rolled a crit.
No. The death of Paulton Seppa will be a rug.
So you are grappled by the rug, and so it completely wraps around you, and until the grapple ends, you are restrained, blinded, and suffocating.
No one's there.
All right. Great. And so roll initiative, Paulton.
In my head, I'm trying to be more kind to myself. but my guilt is telling me that somehow I might have deserved this. That is a nat 1.
Okay.
No.
All right. So at the
Just
start,
initiative. It's fine.
at the start of your turn, you take 11 bludgeoning damage as it starts constricting you and crushing you to death.
Cool.
Oh boy.
And what do you do?
Um,
You're restrained, blinded, grappled.
Did any of us hear the commotion?
Nope.
No one heard me scream, the rug is attacking me.
There's a lot of noise. The kids are screaming. They're wound up.
You've been on cruise. So I.
Plus, nobody
so I-
takes you seriously when you say the rug is attacking you.
My guy's drunk.
He's passed out again.
So then I can't even cast any spells, can I?
So while your verbal spells you can't cast because you can't breathe.
Is Thunderwave verbal? Can I Thunderwave a rug?
So, and of course, you know you're absolutely wrapped up in this thing. So, no, it's got verbal and somatic components, both of which are very difficult for you.
Okay. I wish this said what. Oh wait, convert verbal. Oh, okay, cool. All right, verbal somatic, cool. Somatic, cool. Verbal somatic, Okay.
Yeah, you're not going to really find a spell where it doesn't get.
So I'm wrapped up. Am I still like on my feet at least? Did it just like?
Yeah, you might actually be kind of stumbling around a little bit on your feet.
Okay, I'm just gonna run straight forward. Okay. Until I hit something.
Okay. All right. The rest of you hear the sound of crashing glass as he runs into the pastry display case.
We come running.
And
I'm just
and
like,
Paulton,
help me not again.
Paulton, you take 6 points of damage.
Cool.
And yeah, so you can hear the sound of crashing glass downstairs. The rest of you. We're up here.
Dead.
We're upstairs.
Oh no.
Keith will go downstairs, but he does that thing where, you know, at the end of the beach day, he's still in his swim trunks and only put on like one shirt. So it's probably like just as bad.
All right.
So he's got like his like leather vest and his
All right.
swim trunks. The quiet comes downstairs.
And then, yeah, excellent. You see, Paulton, your speed becomes 0 when you fall over. So you are basically lying down, flailing on the ground. And you take another 10 points of damage as DF comes down the stairs and sees Paulton wrapped up in a rug, an open box near him, broken shards of glass from the pastry counter he walked into.
His feet are just out of the bottom, like
Yeah.
flailing. You hear muffled screaming.
Keith just sees this and is like, "Are you serious right now?"
Arrives and is like, is something else coming out of the sewer? Oh.
Click your feet twice if this is serious.
And you see his stop. It's just like,
And that's where we'll stop.
I like how nothing bad happened and we were all so scared if something bad happened and then Paulton gets attacked by a rug.
this rug is kicking my ass right now.
Whose fault is it?
All right.
Oh.
Any announcements?
Yeah.
Oh.
Paulton is in Idle Champions this week. That's what it says
Yeah.
on the overlay, right? Yeah, this week. Plan this week. It's gonna be fun. Do it. You can complete the collection of everyone.
And Simon in construct form is with him.
I'm actually
And
most
Simon.
looking forward to that part. It's just having the whole crew.
Yeah.
I wonder if we get a special thing when we're all together, as it would the team does worse.
Just failed the mission. Yeah.
I have been told that our characters specifically don't like overlap, so it's good to have them all together, kind of thing.
Oh yeah, so they all don't take up like the same slots or anything.
Right.
Cool.
I wanted to give a shout out because I know you all like crying as a free action. Just a shout out to my friend Christina Wolfgram, who makes this shirt, "Crying is Cool." She makes a lot of other mental health positive clothing, and you can find it on Amazon. Her handle is It's the Sea Wolf. You can find her on Instagram. It'll lead you there too. But she and I both like to wear our crying shirts together, and I hope you like mental health positivity too.
Yeah.
And I will be playing Starfinder in about a half hour from now on Dark Galaxy Gaming. If you want to come watch me play an ace pilot mechanic with that attitude.
Oh yeah. Also, I'll be later this month, February 22nd to the 24th. I'll be at Comic-Con in Birmingham, Alabama. It's an anime convention. So if that's your thing and you're in the area, come hang out.
And I still stream on twitch.tv/Commander Holly. And Mondays have actually been pretty good. You can come to my Mental Health Mondays where I talk about mental health stuff, and it's real good. And yeah, that's it.
Oh, yeah. I guess I stream too. Twitch.tv. Jared. It's a lot of RPGs and a lot of Magic the Gathering. So if you're like any of that stuff, come on by. And a lot of things happened today. A lot of really fascinating moments. I'm sure you just want to discuss.
If only there was a place you could go to
Make
do that.
fan art of. I know. In all the places of the internet, it just seems like the one thing you should really get is something like a subreddit that you can go to right now to join in all the discussion for all things Dice Camera Action. A lot of really good theories on it that I've been really enjoying lately. They went through the entire list of everyone who's in love with Evelyn.
That's right. Yeah.
They've gone through like people are talking about like the most memorable moments throughout all of Dice Camera Action. There's a really good discussion going on about the moral compass of every character, which is really, really fascinating to me, and all that stuff and more. And you can join in on it. So, should you need a link,
Jared, I believe that you should post repeatedly that URL.
close enough.
Bam, that link.
I don't even know what buttons you push to do that.
All right, and so that's a wrap for this week, folks. Until next time, we'll be back next week with an all-new episode. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and catch you later.